The reality is that the state in itself is corrupt, just as bureaucracy is corrupt, partial, discriminating, particularly towards the civilian population and its interactions and behaviors and treatments of the citizens inside of the society. These institutions of power control not only try to enslave, subjugate everyone through different obligations, dependencies, conditions which need to be fulfilled or which must be agreed to, but also they try to create, or they have already created, so many dependencies and reliances inside the society in the form of pleasure, distraction, comfort, relaxation, and many other obsessive things that we have already become slaves and puppets and prisoners to the entirety of the external system and social institutions and organizations, both consciously and unconsciously in one way or another, because we don't want to look back. We don't want to look inside of ourselves either, because we believe that whatever we have taught and said and done and achieved so far is right, or that it was always good and righteous in one way or another, and that our obedience to the state, our agreement to education, and our conformity to all these institutions and obligations and responsibilities, demands, etc., is also always righteous, authentic, and desirable. But we don't realize that it's not really the case. The state is corrupt. That is why it exists. That is why it is called a state. A state means that it prioritizes control, condition, and subjugation against ourselves. That is the civilians, the citizens, in one way or another, and it will definitely try to create, prolong, and extend poverty, corruption, inequality against ourselves, so that we are driven to madness. We start doing evil, committing crimes against each other, and we become mad because the state always manufactures suffering, chaos, crises that shouldn't exist, that are all artificial and unnecessary. So every actual state is corrupt at the end of the day. Good man must not obey laws too well. So obviously, the man of individuality, authenticity, critical thinking, sobriety, and other virtues do not and will not necessarily obey to anything very easily from the state. They will not agree to the laws. They will not conform to any rules, regulations that sound arbitrary, undesirable, and unfathomable to them. They will try to live by their own standards. They will execute their missions and ambitions. They will basically have a life of individuality, authenticity, defiance, and they will live up to their own standards. They will hold on to themselves as well as to the internal compass and inner significance and many other